Hello, I'm Matt and welcome to Badger Workshop. I always like to keep a pile of books around the workshop as inspiration, but I need a way of keeping them neat, so I'm going to make some bookends for them. So let's get started. So that my bookends have some weight to them and don't move, I'm going to cast them out of concrete.
The shape of them to be nice and simple, so I'm just going to go for 2 cubes. I've managed to dig out some old melamine shelving, so I can rip this down to make the mould. Melamine is a practical choice for casting concrete as it has shiny sides and is non-porous. Like with most projects I do, after I decide I need something, I do a lot of research on how to make it. My natural instinct is to make something out of wood, and I did look at wooden bookends. But the weight of concrete does make them quite practical, and it's nice to use a material that you're not that familiar with. To hold the box together, I'm pre-drilling and screwing it together. Don't want to use any glue because the whole box has to come apart again to release the concrete. It's quite important when making a mould that all the joints are quite tight, you don't want any leakage. But if there are some gaps, you can always use some tape to plug the holes. Fortunately, I'd run out of melamine to do the base, so I had to use some MDF. This is porous, so I'll probably have to go in the bin when I'm finished with this project. I like an easy life, so I went the simple route with the concrete, and bought a bag that you just need to measure out and add the right quantity of water to. Then it's just a case of giving it all a good mix. When everything's been really well incorporated, it can be poured into the mould and then just smoothed out. You need to vibrate all the bubbles out of the concrete, and I know the professionals have proper vibrating tools, but I thought I'd give my random orbital sander a go with no sanding pad attached. It seemed to work okay. After I'd left it for a couple of days to set, it was time to remove it from the mould. It all came out surprisingly easy. As you can see, there's a few air pockets, so maybe I shouldn't have tried to be clever and just tap the sides with a mallet. You may have been thinking, why would anyone want 2 concrete blocks sat on their shelf? But I did have a plan, and that was to decorate them so they look like a pair of dice. I used a cookie cutter to draw out the dots. At first I just tried to paint up to the line, but my hands clearly aren't steady enough. In the cookie cutter as a template worked much better. To add a little more interest, I did one in black and the other in white. And that's them all done. Those books aren't going anywhere. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe for more videos.